All right, here we go. How are we doing, everybody?
Hola,
Welcome to another episode. Oh, I'm getting jiggly with it. I'm Will.
I'm Adri.
And what are we playing today?
We're playing Mythic Mischief.
You had it. We practiced it. Mischief. Mythic Mischief.
The name of this game.
So the CHIEF does not exist in Spanish, for those of you curious. It is a very weird combination. But yes, we are playing Mythic Mischief. We did get this game during the last Kickstarter fulfillment. Never got to play it. We did get to paint 2 copies of it. Why did we paint 1 extra copy?
Because it was for one of the winners of the...
No.
One of the donors.
Yes.
Of the,
Your camiseta.
see, of the extra life.
Just reading her.
Of the extra life. A day. It was
No, it's just no. He just paid. He just made the incentive
He was a
donation.
very nice
And we painted
donor.
it. Yes, very nice donor. He wanted his copy painted. We painted our copy and his copy, which makes it very easy. If you guys send us a game that we have, I really enjoy that because then I get to paint 2 copies at the same time, and I finally get mine painted. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it played, but it gets it painted. Well, yeah, we did get this painted back then, but of course, this is currently up on Kickstarter with 4 new factions. Of course, because we never played this on the channel, Ivy Games never reached out to us to play the new factions, so we're going to play some of the expansion factions. If you saw the thumbnail or the title, you know we were playing the trolls and the witches. With that said, we're going to go ahead and flip over the camera, and I'll give a brief rundown of how she works. Mythic Mischief. I thought she's going to Mythic Mischief. All right, so this is it. We are set up for a 2-player game of Mythic Mischief, and why is that?
Because there are 6.
6
Because there are 6 mischievous
kids in school.
kids, and each of us is gonna play with 3.
Or you could have gone this way. There's 2 mischievous factions. Then the 2 would have worked. It is able to be played at a 3 or 4-player game. I did not read the rules. I imagine you share your characters, although I don't know how a 3-player game would work. There is also another board that came with the deluxe edition, so you could do like a big board with multiple factions, I think. Either way, this is it. So you're going to set up the game based on your first card. Your first card is Before Lunch. It tells you where to put our tomes, which if we collect, we'll be able to power up our characters after our turn. And then it also tells you where to put his movement paths. So the Tomekeeper is going to try to move to 1, then he's going to go up here to 2, then he's going to go over here to 3. If he gets to 3, then we're going to flip over this card, which is another setup, and it is for the after lunch turn or rounds. Once after lunch is over, meaning he gets to the 3 again, then that is the end of the game. Or if one of us gets to 10 points, that is the end of the game. The way we get points is by 1, not getting caught, because that makes us lose points, but getting our opponent caught. The way we do that is through our asymmetric abilities that we may come with. For example, I am the trolls, so I have a move, a drag, a smash, and a distract. Oddly is the witches, and you have Kate.
Oh, hi.
Hi, they may not even heard you have to stream.
I have move, enchant, manifest, destruct.
Oh, I forgot and then you have your legendary ability.
And my legendary is remodel.
My legendary is launch. And then after lunch, we do get another ability as well, staging, which gives me a bookshelf that I can pass through and place to block Audrey. And then she has a circle, a witch's circle, this little witch's circle thing. It's called Bewitch. Where'd your witch's circle go?
Start after launch, drop a Bewitch token under a witch once per turn. Anyone on this space cannot be moved off of it by an opponent.
Okay, so basically it locks. If I go on top of that space, it locks me in that space. Oh, there it is. There's your token. All right. But yeah, so each one of us is going to have different abilities. So on our turn, we're going to be able to make movement based on our die. So our die start at a particular position on the board. This doesn't mean I have 12. This means I have 3 movement points. But as we upgrade through the game, we'll be able to go up. So if I say I had a 2 and the 3, now I have 5 movement points, right? And that's going to happen by collecting the tomes. And then at the end of each round, we'll get 2 boosts that we can do as well. The second thing is your character ability. So mine is drag. What it allows me to do is take any other character, except for the Tomekeeper, and I can move them to a spot where my previous troll was. So basically they just switch spots with where my troll used to be, which means I could, like, oh, I know that the Tomekeeper is going to come through this path and I was standing there, I'd move Oddity into that path because I get to control the Tomekeeper at the end of my turn. My Spash allows me to not move walls, but I get to break the walls down like Chris Jericho. It's WWE. It's a wrestling thing. His thing is break the walls down or bring the walls down. Something. It's been a long time. His band Fozzy sang it. But yeah, so I can take out the walls, which then opens up the paths for the Tomekeeper to get Oddity, or technically me. And then I have a Distract. So the Distract ability, let me double check. The Distract is a common ability for both of us. It allows us to do something. I forgot to go over the Distract before we started. So Oddity doesn't even know what it does. We were distracted with the name. Move the Tomekeeper one space towards one of your mythics per point of Distract used. So move the Tomekeeper one space. If it catches an enemy when you move it, then you of course get a point. If it catches one of your characters and you move it, then you don't get any point. So technically you probably would never want to move it if it's going to actually catch you. And then my launch ability allows me to move a neighboring enemy as far as I want in any direction. So I can move them all the way across the board. I'm thinking bookshelves still come to play, which is my point of getting rid of the bookshelves, because it allows me to move you wherever I want. But I imagine bookshelves still come into play. And then yours.
I have enchant. So move a neighboring ally or enemy one space clockwise or counterclockwise around your mythic. Manifest. Take a bookshelf from the library board that is adjacent to a witch and place it adjacent to a different witch.
Yep.
Remodel, we already read.
No. You said you had remodel. Did you say what you?
Remodel. And rearrange one bookshelf and one clutter in the library.
So she can move bookshelves and clutter, but you can do that once per round because of course you're going to spend your tome that's in there, and then you'd have to get another tome to use it the next round.
And I already said the Bewitch. Start after launch, drop a Bewitch token under a witch once per turn. Anyone on this space cannot be moved off of it by an opponent.
Yeah.
So it protects.
So, and I did double check the launch. Yes, I can launch you through bookshelves and through the Tomekeeper, but you cannot stop on the Tomekeeper spot. So it makes more sense why it's the term launch. I'm basically kicking you up into the air, tossing you up in the air to another spot in a direct line. Now with the, let me just double check with that tome on our legendary ability. When we use that, do we discard or just remove? Nope. Where am I at? Legendary ability. Legendary ability. Distract. Here we go. Legendary ability. To use it, remove the tome slotted there and perform the ability. You may select another collected tome during a cleanup phase. Okay, so it says remove and it says a collected tome to put it back on there. So I'm going to think when it means remove, you remove it back to the general supply. Is how I'm going to read that. If I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will let us know in said comments. But we do need to determine who goes first, because that changes some of the game.
The alternate sign of Extra Life Die because we support Children's Miracle Network through Extra Life. And you can also support the Niños by donating.
By donating. You said through Extra Life. Well, yes, that's what we said. But through donations, it's technically the accuracy of...
yes.
Yes. So the Children's Miracle Network, para los niños, need our assistance. That is a 1. That is odd. That means I go first, which means Audrey gets a free tome. So you take a tome, and then you can put that tome wherever you want, and basically it's going to upgrade that ability for this round. Well, I'm sorry, technically it upgrades it permanently. So for example, right now you have 0 distract. So if you were to put your tome here, then you would have 1 distract.
And I put
and then
1?
you turn that into a 1. Yep, like so. So that's your advantage for going second. All right. So I'm first, so I do get to place all of my people. You're second, so you have to remember, I'm going to move the Tomekeeper to the 1 on my turn. So you want to play a little bit more defensive and make sure that you're kind of away from them. You cannot place your person on any spot that basically has something on it. Is kind of how it works. So he's not going to go there. No, he's not going to go back here. And he comes back. He's going to go back up that way. So maybe here. Yeah. All right.
Now I arrange mine.
Now you arrange yours.
That's the turn.
No, that's starting the game.
Here.
Now, here's the thing. He moves 4 total. But yeah, you're right. No, you're good there. Just remember that he moves 4 total, which would be 1, 2, 3, and then he's going to head back towards the 2. So then he'd go up here. So this is technically where he would end, as long as I don't move any bookshelves. Oh, I don't move bookshelves. I destroy them.
And you can also affect me, like he moves.
Yes, I can move
1
you.
or 2.
I can move you into a spot that I was. So technically, I did not think about my positioning.
Here. I'm protected until you remove the
wall. Yeah, I did a bad job of my placement. I forgot my ability. I should have technically started here, because then if I would have moved out, I could have drug you into that spot. I believe that is. It requires. Oh no! It requires a drag action.
And these thumbs here, what do they mean? It's just cluttered.
And then you have to be adjacent. Ooh, that's a little bit harder than I thought it was. Okay. Those are our tomes that we collect during the round, so we can upgrade our abilities.
But that's when it's cluttered. Like
No,
this space
no, this is cluttered.
Okay.
These are our tomes that we collect, so we can upgrade our abilities.
I guess there. No, 1, 2. He would do it 1.
Well, no, he's going to head up that way after he goes down this one.
Okay. How do you know?
Because he goes 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
And he takes the shortest path to get there. Okay. So I did a. So I have 3 movement. I did a boo-boo. I needed to be somewhere next to you, move out of that, so I'm still next to you, and then drag you where I was. That's more complicated than I thought it was. So I can move 3. Guess I'll go 1 to go there. I'll go 2, 3 to go there. All right. So I have no movement. I can't do a. Oh, I can. So but it's just going to put you here or up there. I'll put you here or here is all that would happen. Yeah, I'll do that. Why not? So that puts you up there. And then I can knock down a wall. So I will have her knock down this wall. Gone from the game. And I did everything I could do, I guess. All right? So that's the Mythic phase. Tomekeeper phase. Move the Tomekeeper. So he moves a total of 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so now he is heading towards the 2. Oh no, this is for the second round. You make him purple. That's weird. Why does it matter? Yeah, we'll just make it that so we know that we already went to that one. So that way it's already set for the next round. Okay, then we do my cleanup phase. So slide everything to the left, which I lose my wall. Add any tomes to upgrade my abilities. So I'm going to upgrade my distract. I'm going to upgrade... Oh no, wait a minute. I don't think I could move you up there. I think it's one per... Where is it? Each space requires a... Yeah, so each space requires drag action. I didn't have enough to move you there. I could move you basically here. Is all I could do. It doesn't really matter, but that way... So yeah, that's why I need to upgrade this. So I can move you further. So upgrade that. And then I get to boost twice. So I think I'm going to boost the movement and boost a wall destruction, right? This turns into a 1. That's a 3. This is a 2. This is a 1. And now this is a 1. Okay.
So I can move each one.
Yes.
Or two.
Or just
or
spend all of it on one. Yeah, you just split it however you want. Your objective is to stay out of his way, collect your tomes, and try to get him to go towards me.
Okay, so to get him go towards you.
Yeah, he's going this way now. Let's turn him so we know which way he's going.
This is 2, so 1, 2. I will have to stop in there.
No. Yes, that costs 2 to go through
Yeah.
it.
So
Yeah.
if I move her 3,
She would stop there.
stop there.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot. This is not available for me to cross.
You can
Pass
go.
through
Yeah,
it.
you can pass through it. You just can't. You can't stop there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I cannot stop. I want that Tom.
You want which one? Oh, well, yeah, because I'm standing
I'm
on the
gonna
other
start. I'm going to move
Go
there.
there?
So here.
So that uses all your movement.
I don't remove that clutter. You will always stay there.
Clutter stays there. Yeah, it's basically just something to block your path so that way you can't go so far.
Mass?
Again, yeah, you have your other things. So you have your enchant. You're not neighboring anybody. Oh no, here, yeah. So you're neighboring me. Enchant. Move.
Move a neighboring ally or enemy 1 space clockwise or counterclockwise around your mystic.
Yeah. So you'd be able to move
Mythic.
me here, or move me, I guess, technically here. Because that's the first space clockwise.
So that's spent.
Mm-hmm.
Then manifest. Take a bookshelf from the library board that is adjacent to a witch and place it next to a different witch. So it would be this one. No, but maybe then this can be covering me. See?
Well, that's
Does it
block.
protect me from him?
Well, when he comes back, he's going to come down this
See,
way.
so it protects me.
Well, no, he wouldn't get to you anyways. Well, he would get to you if he has more than 4 movement, because if he hits the 3, his extra movement is to go back here. The other thing is, of course, to block me from getting away is like another thing.
Pero,
You don't have to move the wall.
yeah, I don't want to.
Okay. And then your distract allows you to move him 1 towards one of your witches. which there really isn't a reason to do that. Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
That's it.
Okay. So then the Tomekeeper, so he moves 4 spaces, shortest distance to the number 2.
That's 2 again for
That's
him.
2, 3. Yep. Nope. Why would you do that? Nope.
Diagonal kind of?
No.
He was here.
1, 2, 3. Where should he go? There you go. 4. So actually, your movement was actually a good idea because the books would have slowed him down. So I get off the board because he caught me, and then you get a point. I didn't watch his path. I didn't realize his path. Then again, I wasn't thinking you would get me anyways because you did the distract. So technically you did. All right. So he is going this way. All right. So now cleanup phase. Move all of your dice to the left. As far as I'll go, yep. And then add any tomes if you have any. Didn't get any. Then you get to upgrade twice. You get to do 2 boosts. You can either boost the same thing twice, or you can boost 2 different things.
I guess.
Well, you can't jump over your other die. So if you want to do like I did, that's why there's a gap on mine because I upgraded this to this one. I left that one alone.
Also, can just one die upgrade.
Yeah.
One die.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could upgrade the other one too, and then both of them are upgraded.
1 or 2, is it?
But you get 2 boost. 2 boost.
I get 2. So,
yeah,
it
so
will
2 boost.
This will have to be 2.
Well, what would you? No. Well, you don't change them. You don't change them yet. So if you want to boost this, it'll go there. There. So that's 1 boost.
That's 1 boost. And this one, 2 boost.
2 boost. Now you flip your dice to whatever's up on top. Yeah, you were flipping early. That's all. So yeah, you flip the dice after you get them in the position. That's why, because the numbers change. See, this is a 0 now.
Oh.
And then this is a 1.
Even if I didn't use it?
Yeah, even if you didn't use it. No. But I don't know. I don't think there was a wall that you could move that would make him go away from you and towards me. Because that's the point of the walls, is to move them to make him go towards me and not towards you, right? To make him go a slower path or something. All right. So I need to find a way to get him to go to you. So my launch says neighboring. Neighboring is considered anywhere next to me. Okay. So I'm going to use my smash to get rid of this wall. And then I'm going to use my where'd it go? I'm going to use my launch, my special ability, to launch you all the way over here.
Oh my god.
And then I'm going to do my move. So I'm going to do 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. No. Oh, my plan shall backfire.
You still want to leave me there?
Mm-hmm. I can't launch you at an angle. I can only launch you in a straight line. Yeah, orthogonally. No, it does. Oh, no, it does say diagonally. Never mind. Okay. It says I can do diagonally. I can with my launch. So yeah, when we be there, that makes it. There we go. That's what I want to do. I was going to have him distracted, so then he would move already 1 space up and then have him come all the way over here to catch you. But technically that makes him catch you anyways. All right, so I need my other book. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and pick up my last book. And then I don't need to distract right now. I don't need to move you to where I was. Because I was up here. I don't have enough to move you. Yeah, that's okay. So that's it. All right. Tomekeeper's turn. He's going to move 4. So 1. Which gets me a point.
We don't revive?
2, 3. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I should have put my girl back at one of the dots. She comes back at one of the dots. Sorry, I should have done that on my turn. So I would have put her here because then she's not going to get ran over. Okay. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to end the round on the next on the next turn. All right. Cleanup phase. So this goes all the way to the left, all the way to the left. I can upgrade. I don't know what the map's going to be for the after lunch. Do I want my legendary? That was actually pretty strong. I think I'm going to do my legendary again. Yeah. So 1, 2, 2, 0, 1. Okay. So you get your girl. So you can put her at any of the circles. Is where she can respawn. Well, as long as there's nobody there.
After he goes to 3, what is gonna happen?
Then we go to after lunch, and then that's when we unlock this other ability.
Is there a book in there? Yeah.
He's going to end up there. You don't want to start there. You have to move him all 4. So after he goes to 3, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, he would end up there. So don't start there.
Oh,
you can be you can be on top of the clutter. You can respawn on top of clutter. Yeah, he has 4 movement. All right. Okay, tuterno. So
she's gonna move 2. See?
Yep.
And collecting Tom.
Mm-hmm.
And she can move 1 and collect the other one.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can get me more fácil.
Well, we don't even know what's going to happen when we flip over the after lunch card.
No, I have no mass. I have on this.
Oh, amor. You don't want to be where you have yourself. You want. Oh, there's no way you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose a point no matter what.
Because you can't move. That's what I thought. You.
No. He's gonna move, and he has to come through you to get here.
Oh, this one.
Mm-hmm. So you need to move a wall next to one of your other. Oh, you don't have that ability right now.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you do.
Bookshelf and 1 clutter.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the library.
So you get to rearrange it so then he won't come to you.
So
any bookshelf and any clutter, you spend it. So just put it over there in your reserves, and you get to move 1 bookshelf and 1 clutter anywhere.
But still, 1, 2, 3. So let's say I put this one here.
No, that's good. I want you to make. I want you to make.
He would not be able to move.
No, he'll come 1, 2, 3, 4. He ends up there, which is fine. I mean, that's where he'll just start the next round.
Okay.
And we have to hope that the 1 isn't there, right? Because we technically.
Do I have to move the clutter? Do I have to move it?
It says.
And the clutter.
And yes, you have to move 1. So if you want to slow him down even more,
Can
you
I
can.
move this one? No, I'm there. Already.
Yeah, you're already there. I don't think the tomes go away. If I remember correctly, when you do after lunch, we don't remove the tomes, we just add new ones. So I think it's still fair for everybody because you have the same chance to get the same number of tomes. On your turn after lunch. There we go. No, it does say remove any uncollected tomes. Yes, you end up losing that one because I was guarding it.
What? When am I losing it?
Because once he does after lunch, anything left on the board gets removed.
Okay.
All right. So you got to move him.
4.
4.
So you got 1.
Yep.
2, 3, 4.
Yep. All right. So that is
Lunchtime.
3 lunchtime. All right. But before lunchtime, you have to do your cleanup. Everything moves to the left.
To the left, to the left.
All right. And then you get to spin your tomes to do upgrades. Spinning a tome makes it a permanent upgrade. So, for example, if you put a tome here, this will be a permanent upgrade to a 1. Put a tome there, that makes that still a 1 technically, because that's still 1. Put it at your movement, it makes your movement, both movement dice move up.
I mean,
Put it here, it gives you your legendary ability back.
I'm going to use 1 for this movement. And do I change now? Then?
No, after you place everything, because remember you have your boost as well.
And I'm going to use...
Oh, did I do my boost at the end of mine? No, because I have nothing higher than where it should be. So let me do my boost.
This is what this is. I don't know. Or the walls. The walls was kind of fun.
Yep. All right. And then boost 2.
Boost 2.
It could be the same one twice, or it can be 2 different
ones. I get it now. So it means that I change this
just move it to the spot first. Yes, you just move it to the spot.
It's not 3.
No, boost. Boost. Boost means move it, run to the right. See? Boost in action.
Entonces I have not understood.
Yeah, and then you get to boost another one or boost the same one. We don't know what the library layout's going to be, so I don't know. I can't even tell you what would be the best thing for you to do. What did your manifest do?
Move the walls next to another.
No, I'm sorry, enchant.
Move,
oh, that was the clockwise movement. Okay, that was the move me or you. Technically, it's move me or you, clockwise.
Oh, see, another iron.
Okay.
So that one.
Okay. Now you roll. Now you flip your dice over to the numbers that are up above.
Oh, okay.
See. All right. So now it is after lunch. So it is no longer before lunch. He only moves 3, so he's slower than he was before. This tome goes away.
Para siempre?
Para this turn. So those 2 go there. Otra. These 2 go go where I am. That was convenient. Otra.
Can you pick it up right there?
Yep. 1, 2.
No, wait.
It is. And then, so 1 is clear down here, so he's coming for you. I don't know how that works.
You're
2,
cheating.
which means he's still going to come.
And he's gonna...
And then 3 is there now. All right. That's after lunch. Lunch bell has rang. We have eaten. And it is now after lunch. All right, so it's my turn. So I'm going to go ahead and collect that and collect this while I'm standing there. Again, I can't stay here, though, because he's eventually going to come here. But I can block that for quite a while. All right, so he's going to go. He only moves 3 now, and he's going to come down here. So 1... What is the quickest for him to get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So technically he can go this way or this way, and it's the same distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So you said
Technically, he can go this way. Everywhere to get here is 7 right now.
What is what can be diagonally? Him?
Nobody moves
So
diagonally. My ability allowed
sure.
me to move diagonally. So, anywhere here is bad, here is bad, or here is bad. So I'm bad here because I'd move him 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, and you're going to move him through me in both cases. If I were to move him, yeah, because I move him 3 here, you're not going to move him through you. That's just not going to happen. So once per turn, I can add my troll bookshelf. So that stops you from moving him through me. So I'm going to have him go 1, 2, 3. Why am I telling you what I'm doing? I'm going to have him go there. My guys are currently blocking those books. I kind of like them blocking those books. So I think I'm going to get her to go up and get that other book up there. Oh wait, why are the books up here? Did we forget those last game completely?
Yeah, we have.
Oh,
I
wow.
haven't seen them.
I didn't either. I just saw them. I'm like, why are those books up there? Because they're not on the map. I was going to go up there and get them. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, they're not up there. So I have 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could get in here, but then he's going to come through me. So I don't like that idea. Do you know? I don't want to use any of my movement. I don't really want to move anybody right now. Because he's going to go down here to you, and then he's going to come straight back up. Again, if you move walls, that changes things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 1 distract. If I had 2 distract, I would do that. Because I would distract him to come towards me twice. And then he would go 3 and he'd land on you. Because you still have the opportunity to run away.
I have all that movement 6.
Well, I mean, I'm going to move him 1.
No, this one is no see.
I'm going to move him 3. So as long as you can go, he's going to go 3 more. 1, 2, 3. As long as she is not here or here, she's safe. Thing is, on the next turn, she's not safe unless you move a bookshelf in front of her, which technically you can do. You can put a bookshelf there, and then he's going to end up going all the way back up and around to get to here. So that's really that's where the bookshelves come in, is to block him from getting you. But I have no way to get him down there this turn. I've just kind of set him up for that turn, which means maybe I do want to move her, because if you have him come back up and around, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's technically the same. That's fine. I'm gonna move her out, so at least to get her. I like blocking your book. So she can go through. I can go through the troll bookshelf. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we'll do 3. And then I'm going to use my, I can use my drag. Now the question is drag orthogonal? No, drag is just to a space that I was. Move an adjacent ally or an enemy into a space that you were just moved out of. Cool. I'm going to be able to use my drag, and I'm going to drag you there, which is 1, 2 spaces, so that the orthogonal doesn't come in because it's 1, 2, and I had 2. So now you are going to get hit. I don't want to use his movement. I think I'll use the last movement to go hide. Up there. Hide and seek. Break down the walls. No, I don't think so. Have him move? No. Doesn't do me any good right now. Well, hang on. Yes, I'm going to do a distract. I'm going to move him 1 towards me.
I wanted my book.
All right, so that's into my turn. So then I move him 3. 1, 2. 3. All right. And then I do my cleanup. Tomes. That drag was kind of nice. I want my smash back. I want my wall, so I'll go ahead and upgrade that. The distract only gives me one more. It's the same number, so it's really not that great. Yeah, I think I'll upgrade my drag. Then I can boost 2, so I'll boost that, and I'll boost the distract in case I need it. All right, let's go with that. 3, 3, 1. Oh no, that boost didn't do me any good. It left it. It made it the same. I guess I'll do a movement boost. It's the only thing that went up in value. Tu turno.
So she's going to move 2.
Oh, hang on. You got to put your other girl out first.
Oh.
Now remember, this, when you place that, if I go onto that spot, it locks me. I can't move off of it.
Oh, so in any of the circles?
Yeah, so you can go here, 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 or down where you already are.
He's gonna go 1.
Well, if you want your tomes, why don't you go there?
Because he's... Okay, so now she's gonna move 2.
Okay.
She's gonna go... Does this count as 2? No.
No, you just told that.
1, 2,
2.
3, 4.
Can't go in the same spot as me.
I want my book.
You can't go in the same spot as me. Let me double check. I think movement, you can't be in the same spot as somebody else. That's why he eliminates us from the board when he goes into our spot.
PC.
We weren't playing it you could in the first round, so, you know, if we're going to keep with consistency of us playing incorrectly. I think that's the point. Move. You may move through enemies and allies, but cannot stop on their space.
Can I pick up my book?
It did have another sub-bullet that I stopped reading. I guess I should have read it. I should read all of the bullets. Nor can you perform any actions in their space. You may pick up tomes in occupied spaces. Well, that completely changes my game plan. I thought I was blocking them from you. So yes.
1, 2, 3.
Well, you can't get through. You can't get through me.
Ah!
Well, you didn't have to move her too.
Right there.
You didn't have to move her too. Just move her 1. There, and then you go
1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
No, I have 4.
You had 2.
Oh,
here.
okay. Sí, tú eres muy...
I made.
You know your
She
numbers.
was 1 less. I made her 1 less. All right. Now
I can enchant somebody's soul. This one could be moved. No, pero...
counterclockwise.
1, 2.
No. Why would you do that?
Because then he's
No.
close to this 2.
No.
Because 1, 2.
Counterclockwise.
So you said I can't trespass.
Well, yeah, it would have been it would have been counterclockwise. That's what enchant does. It makes them move clockwise or counterclockwise.
Okay, so he's gonna get it. Not now because this is 2. But okay, I did that. 1, 2, right? Now I can move walls. 1 wall.
You basically need to block me in there, is technically what you need to do. You can move a wall next to a witch, which you currently have 1 wall next to a witch, to another witch.
But I want him to get you.
Correct. So there is a wall.
This wall.
That you can move next to another witch.
This wall.
There you go. All right.
And now I always forget this one.
That's distract. That's make him move one space towards one of your witches, which isn't going to do any good because all your witches, he would go back instead of forward. Right? Then you move him 3 spaces.
1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm. All right. Reset your stuff all the way to the left. All right. Upgrade with your tome.
Change it to the number on top?
No. Put the tome that you collected.
Is this reusable?
Yeah, if you put it there, then you get to use it again later. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
And then
Boost 2.
Dos.
Okay. And then reset your dice to the number above them. Is there a 5 on the die? I guess it is a 6-sided dice. I guess there's a 5 because there's a blank, which is 0. Still think it's weird that my dice are black instead of gray. I mentioned that when I was doing the unboxing, didn't I?
So this one was in 1, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So then you move. No, now it's my turn. You already moved to Tomekeeper. Okay. So I'm going to spin this to break this wall.
Thank you for your assistance.
Thank you for your assistance. And then I'm going to get out of dodge. That was a good play if I wasn't the trolls. Once per turn, I can move my gray wall too. But, all right. So I'm going to go 1. Hang on. I gotta figure out my path here. Move that. So that means you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm gonna tell you what you forgot to do, which could prevent me from moving. Before your witch left, you should have dropped that. It's first time, so remembering their abilities is kind of hard because that would lock me into place. And then I wouldn't have been able to move out of there. So the wall, honestly, the wall wouldn't have mattered at that point because I couldn't move. So technically now on your next turn, you kind of want to think, do you want to put your witch somewhere, drop that thing? So then if I pass through it, I get stuck. So how do I get, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's okay. So it's the same whether he goes up or around. But I can 1, 2, 3. So he's gonna be here or here at the end of my turn. So no matter what, I'm getting you. The question is, where do I put him? If I put him, well, I'm gonna put him away from me. So I'm gonna put him up here. So 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. That's all my movement. And then I'm going to spend my book, my tome, to take you all the way down here. And then, oh, hang on, scratch it. No, I won't be able to do that. It's there. 1, 2, 3, 4. But she would only be able to go diagonal. I was trying to see if I could get all 3 of yours in one turn. It was close. It's close. If she wasn't here, it's close. If he wasn't here, because I could use my distract. Well, no, distract, yeah, he'd have to come towards me, so I'd have to be over here anyways. Technically, I don't want to stand there. Never mind. Hang on. I want to go there. Which is still good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So technically, I have 1 move left. Now I use my ability. I'll push you down there. Because he was going to come up around this one. Okay, good. Alright, so I don't want to distract. Do I want to move anybody? So he's going to come up this way. Because that's the way I'm sending him. And then after that, he's going to come down here. So, yes, I want to get out of said way. 1. Alright. So, move him 3. 1. 2. 3. Reset my dice. I didn't collect any tomes. And then boost 2. That's fine. I can get out of the way with this one. I'm going to boost the distract by 2. 1, 2, 1. Okay. Tuterno, mi amor.
So these chicas go out.
Yeah, in one of the circles.
This chicas gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, ¿sí? 2, 3, 4.
5. Chica, your potion is pouring all over the ground.
5, okay.
I did a good job on that potion. It's been a while since I've seen these ones painted. I did a real good job on these ones. The extra life donator should be very happy. He still doesn't have them because he sent a bunch of minis, so I'm still in the process of painting some of the other minis for him.
5. Once he comes this way, he's
Well, you have to
start
count what goes to there.
So he moves still 3. 1, 2, 3.
But from 2 to 3, what's the quickest path?
This one. No,
Well,
this
I
one.
think it's the same. My girl's in trouble.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, my girl's in trouble. You got my girl. Because you're going to get to move them 3 times, which means you'll get my girl. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And from here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same whether you take him over. Oh, 3. Yeah. Oh, 1, 2. Yeah. So he's going to end here. Oh, okay. So yeah, my girl's just barely safe. Well, no, you can distract to get him to come towards you. You have one up here, so that would be towards you coming up 1. Distract isn't in there. Distract's only in the rule book. I wish they would have put all of those and I wish they would put all of these in the book too, like all the symbols. That way you didn't have to keep going to the rule book. We'll mention that during first impressions. Move the Tomekeeper 1 space towards any of your mystics per point of distract. The reason is, and I'll teach you how to get a point, is if you spend your distract, you can move him 1 because that's towards you. You're up here, right? So he's moving 1 towards you.
Okay. And then
Now he would go 1,
3.
2. He would go there. 3. He would hit on me. Yep. That's what the distract.
That's what I'm gonna do.
The distract is basically to get him some extra movement. Distraction.
Distraction. He's trying to move towards me.
Because you caused a distraction. See, like
See. And he says, "Oh no, I have to get this one." So he.
I don't think this is gonna matter, but.
So he goes.
That way it's actually.
2, 3.
Well, are you not moving or doing any of the other stuff you have?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to get you.
See.
Oh, because I didn't move more. Well, once he gets there, it will be very easy for him to get me.
Yes.
So.
Unless you move some walls.
So. Is this adjacent? No, this is not adjacent.
No, this is adjacent. This is adjacent.
But that protects me there. I will have to, if I move it here.
Then when he goes here, so he'll stop here, right?
Right.
So from here, 1, 2, 3,
But
4,
he also can
5.
get this one.
Hang on, it's the quickest path. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, basically it's the same either way. So he can go either way, but you can only move one wall total. That one's not doing you any good because he wasn't going to go that way to begin with. You still have movement. You didn't use all your movement. You still have 2 movement left.
3. And then he goes 1, 2, 3. And then I will have to move that wall so she can escape. So 1, 2, 3.
Well, he's not going to her at all. I don't know why you put that wall there. He's not going there at all. Where was the wall? Right here?
Oh, wasn't it there?
It was next to her.
Oh, sorry. No, I thought it was there.
Oh yeah, no, it was next to her.
Okay, so 1, 2, he will get her.
But he's not going that way. He's going to go the shortest distance to 3. So the shortest distance to 3 when you have him here, 1, 2, 3 is a straight line.
So
It's not to go through me. So you would have to somehow, you can move your girl. You have 2 more movement left.
anyone in this space can be moved off of by any opponent.
Basically, I can't move off of that space. It locks me down there permanently if I go into that space. Which I technically don't know why I would go into that space, so.
But he could still get me there, so I have to move her.
Yes.
1, 2.
Yes.
Okay. Now, enchant.
Oh, you would have wanted to do enchant before you moved off of there. Sorry. You only have 1 enchant though. So
Move you.
yeah, you would only be able to move me there, which he's not. No, technically he would go there. Well, no, I wouldn't make him go towards me. I'd make him go towards you because it's equal distance. You forget I'm moving him next. No, what I was saying is he'd move me here and then move the wall here. Then he's got to go this way or this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the same, and since I'd be moving next, I'd make him go through you. So that isn't. I was trying to say that I was trying to think if that was a good play. That wouldn't be a good play. That's where the strategy comes in. Is you have to think. Okay, if I move the wall here, I move this number of times. On your next turn, how many times do you have to move? It's very, very abstract strategy. Like very thinky. So the 90 minutes is really because you're thinking most of the time. Like the first round seemed like it was going quick. The second round is like a lot, seems like a lot harder because we're now more powered up.
Okay, so I'm not going to use the enchant, manifest. What that is next to me? I could move this one here.
That's not next to you anymore. Yeah.
I could move this one.
Well, technically you were going to move her anyways. I was just saying if you wanted to move me. So you could go 1, 2, move her where she was going to be.
Is that the movement I already?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So now from here, remember, from here, 1, 2, 3, a straight line is the shortest route. If you could move 2 walls, you'd be in better business. Like if you had 2 when you're enchanted, it'd be better. No, he's going to go to 3, and that's the end of the game.
And I still have 1 or 2?
2.
So I don't have to move walls.
No, you don't. No, you don't have to. I don't think there's any wall that you could move that would make him come after me. If you had this higher, like at a 2 or a 3, then yes, because you could technically force him to go this way by putting a wall here and a wall here and doing that other move that would have moved me here. Then I would be forced to get my own guy on my turn, which makes me lose a point. If you run over your own character on your turn, you lose a point. So you kind of want to encourage that, oh, well, I'm not going to be able to get him that far. Okay, on his turn, he's going to go here. Your opponent's going to have to move him here. Can I get one of their characters in the way? So if this was a 2, that would have done it because you could have moved a wall next to her and a wall next to her to, right? So you can move her wall first to here, for example, which then means you could just come straight over here, and then you could have moved her wall to there. And then my guy would have been there, right? Or there, right? Or technically, even if you had two. Oh, you can move two walls. You do have this. You technically could move two walls and force him towards me.
Pero you have to move them next to me.
Let's see. Well, no,
That one is
the other one's just to move a wall with your ability.
Okay.
So if you did that, that forces him down to me. And if I try to go, well, no, my turn, I can run away. Never mind. My turn, I can run away. So trying to think all these things, but I still get to go one turn. So I still get to run away on my turn. That's why you lose a point, because you should know to run away on your turn. If you had a way to make me go into this by having another wall here, well, I can go through my
Okay,
wall.
no. Let's just leave
That's it. That's a lot of thinking. That's a lot of thinking of all the possibilities to find out that none of the possibilities are going to work. All right, well, you get to move them 3 times. You get to catch me anyways.
1, 2, 3.
So you got 3, which gets you a point.
That's all.
Yeah, the active, of your mystic. Yeah. All right, so I get to bring her back. I don't know how you're supposed to get 10 points. We're not even close to 10 points. He got it to each of those spots so
there is
quick.
no expansion for this.
That's it. Like, he got to those spots so quickly, it seems. Right there. So I can move this once during my turn to anywhere. Yeah. And distract one, so he's going to come down towards me. And then I'm going to run away like a little girl. And then I could destroy a wall, but I don't want to. There's no reason to. I can move somebody I'm standing next to a spot that I just left, but I'm not standing there. That's all I can do. All right, so he's going to go 3. So 1, 2. Oh, you forgot to do your whole upgrade more.
Todo to the
1,
left.
2, 3.
Todo to the left.
Add your tomes. I don't know if it's going to make that much of a difference because this is technically the last turn. So you'd have to find some way to get me into the 3 spot, which was probably a bad idea for me to put myself there. Yep. All right. So reset myself.
So, is moving here like that? Right?
Yeah. And then put your other one. Like I said, it's the last round. I don't think there's anything you could do besides maybe enchant. If you upgrade your enchant, you could get 1 more point by. I'm sorry, I had to give myself a point for knocking you off. If you do your enchant, you could get me onto this spot, which would get you 1 more point. Right? Because if you were here, enchant 2 would do. Well, actually, you only need an enchant 1 to get me going. Does it say you can enchant through walls?
Enchant ignores cluttered and space No, just
cluttered
cluttered
spaces.
space.
So it's not. It doesn't cost 2 to go into that spot. Yeah. So you can't go through the wall. So you would need to be able to go. No, he wouldn't be able to do it because I'm next to a wall. Okay, never mind. I was trying to get you to a point. All right. So sure. Did you boost 2?
No. I just moved this and put a cube one book here.
Where'd you put your other cube?
And enchant.
Okay, this drop down. All right, and then flip them all to the numbers.
But I didn't boost.
Yeah. Oh yeah, boost. Yeah, do your boost.
How many?
2 total. 1 and 1 or 2 of 1.
I'm gonna do movement.
Okay.
So 4 y 5.
Tu turno.
So he's going to get me here. I have to move here. Is this gonna stop him there?
Mm-mm. This is going to be end of game unless you make him go a different direction. I think that's how you get more points, is you keep blocking him off so he has to keep going different directions. So like right now, technically,
I don't have walls next
yeah, you don't have your and you don't have your
this
wall.
one.
Yeah, you do. You have one. Should be a wall.
Oh.
Yeah, you have those two. So like, yeah, if you put a wall here with your ability,
This one.
yeah, then
He would have to
come back up and around and down, which then requires you to get me into that spot.
I'm going to do that. Spend. Take. Block.
Yep.
And that was this one. I can still move. So once he gets here, is end?
That's end. Mm-hmm.
And this one doesn't matter anymore?
It's you. It's if my guy stands on it. That's the only person. It's your opponent gets locked out, not the Tomekeeper. I don't think it affects Tomekeeper. The Tomekeeper can still catch anyone. Yeah, so he can catch. Because that's the whole point of the token. Yeah, so it stays there until you decide to move it, like with my bookshelf. I can leave my bookshelf or I can move it, and I've been moving it.
Espera, amor, espera.
No, you only have one.
I mean, there are not even books or anything.
Correct. You want to get me in the way. I'll show you. You want to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then move me there.
7.
Mm-hmm.
And then move you with my this one.
And then distract. Does distract ignore clutter? Ignoring clutter. Yeah. So then you do your distract. That moves in 1.
It's moving towards
one of your
even if there is a wall.
It's got to get to you somehow. He's either got to go up and around or down, and either way, he would have had to go that direction. And now, you move him 3 and you catch it.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. Shoot. And then reset your
Okay,
stuff.
wait. I spent 7 with this. So what happens? You just move this one to 2.
No, they all reset. Whatever you don't use at the end of the round resets.
So
And then now you do your boost and all that again.
for now, I don't know.
I'm going to end the game. It doesn't really matter. So I'm not going to do anything because there's no reason for me to do anything because he's not going to catch me no matter where I put somebody. right? Because he's going to go here. So that's just the end of the game. So yeah, so that's 5.
4.
5-4. That extra point got you caught up. All right, guys. There we go. That was Mythic Mischief. Lots of thinking in that final round. We're going to go give our first impressions. There we go. All right. So the first thing we're going to go over is the components. So of course it comes with the minis. It comes with the little bookshelves. It comes with all the dice and the pretty stuff that you see here. Oh, and it comes with these fancy smancy inserts to put your people in and all your bits. What do you think of the components?
I love the components. I love the minis. I think they are cute. They are supposed to be like spooky.
Spooky,
but they
yeah.
are at the same time cute.
Cute, yeah. Like even like the trolls are
Yeah.
cute trolls. They're not. Well, I guess the trolls they went after aren't like trolls like World of Warcraft and Lord of the Rings style. Although Lord of the Rings I don't think had trolls. But it's more like the trolls, the gemstone trolls, like the treasure trolls that you blow their hair with it. They look more like that than bad evil trolls
with colorful hairs.
Mhm.
This I think is very nice. I like that.
The dual layer board.
Yes, and the cubes are really interesting the way they work. Like, what do you call them?
Yeah, they're
Countdown?
countdown or spin down cubes.
It took me a while to understand the moving that way and rotating the dice, but now I get it, and I think it's
Yeah,
cool.
and that's less of a component. That's just more of a mechanic
okay.
thing there.
Then about the components?
No, I like all the components. I think all the components work. Everything's clear to understand. The minis were fun to paint. The only criticism I had in the rules, at least, the player aid says what you can do, and it kind of says, okay, here's movement, and then here's the phases, but it doesn't go over the abilities because they expect you to have your player aid, which is fine. I mean,
At least it's small.
Yeah, we do the same thing with the player aids in Villainous. The only thing that it's fine that it's not in here, but it doesn't have all the abilities written in here. You have to go to the rule book for like distract and I think move aren't mentioned in here. It's just your specific abilities. So a minor right there. The second thing is the insert. So while it comes with these inserts and it has an insert in the bottom which kind of holds these. After that, there's no insert for the player boards. So and this is in the deluxe edition that has room for the expansions. There's no room. So all the boards are just kind of floating around in there. They're not very tight. And I don't remember if there were a lot of punch boards or was everything already pre-punched? Because normally I keep the punch boards and put them underneath to kind of raise them up a little bit. I don't even know if that would have helped. So that's a minor gripe. I don't know also with the new expansions, I doubt the 4 new characters are going to fit in that box with these, right? You add those 4 characters, I don't think they're going to fit, which means now we're stuck with 2 boxes, and I've been trying to consolidate. So minor thing, but everything else is great. The rules are pretty clear. The components, like you mentioned, the dice with the spin down dice is nice. The little tomes are cute because they're like little, instead of just little cubes, they actually look like little stacks of books. I didn't paint any of that. Same thing with these. They actually got books in them. Technically I could have painted these too, but I didn't. But no, I like all the components. They're pretty good. All right. Next are the mechanics. So the mechanics are specific to really your character's abilities and then the core gameplay. So the core gameplay is trying to avoid the Tomekeeper by moving the books and moving things around and get points by getting your opponent captured. And then you have your abilities. So what did you think?
I think it is interesting that is like each faction has their abilities. It makes it fun and it makes you like want to have one preferred faction. or just want to play them all. I like that. I like the strategy of abstract strategy.
Abstract strategy.
The mechanic of abstract strategy. And I love that it is not just a simple puzzle, but it has a theme that we will discuss later.
A theme that we discuss later.
I like it. I like it all.
Anything you didn't like? Well, you said you like it all, so I guess that means there isn't anything you didn't like.
No, I actually was thinking about how to get to 10 points. You did capture 2 of mine in one single turn, and that was the maximum, right?
Yeah, I think 10, the 2. I was trying to get a third, but I couldn't get a third in there. So yeah, the 10, I don't know how often that is a win condition. So I mean, that is part of the mechanics is your win condition. I don't know if that happens before he ever gets to the third, because it did seem like he beelined. The first game, he like beelined all 3. I think it was within less than 6 rounds. I want to think it ended on my turn and I started the game, because then you started the second round, right? Or did you end him? No, you ended him, because remember you blocked him so he couldn't come down and get you.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I don't know if the 10 is possible. I haven't watched that. I didn't watch any videos like I normally do. But no, I like the mechanics. When I was reading the rule book though, it does make it sound like there's a lot more depth to make it, and this kind of goes with difficulty, than when we were seeing, because the turn example that they give, which is the Wizards and the Franks, it goes through the whole thing of they move here, then they move here, then they do this, then they do this, then they do this extra thing, and then they move the guy over here to over here, and then he moves the Tomekeeper and he gets 5 points. I don't think he gets 5 points, but yeah. Let me see how many points he gets. Wizard, Tomekeeper phase begins. Tomekeeper takes 4 spaces, destination 2. Given there are 2 possible shortest paths, Wizards decide to take the path to catch Frank, scoring. Okay, so he only scores 1 point. Yeah. So it seemed like when I was reading this, I'm like, holy cow, how would you ever think to combo those? But I think that's where it comes, like you said, you find a faction that you like, and you pretty much play that faction, right? So you learn their intricacies of how to combo the stuff together. Like with yours, it's getting those walls to block your people and rerouting them, and then moving my guy into the path. Mine is about destroying the walls, although now I don't get the point of destroying the walls, because this ability, I thought it was because my launch ability stopped at walls. So I figured, I got to get rid of a wall so I have a straight line to send you all the way. But no, I could send you over walls. So I don't know. I did like the after lunch special. I did like having, I like these. I think that is neat, that so each one gets this little ability that really powers them up. Yours is probably a little harder to pull off. I think you would have to combo yours with that enchant. You would basically enchant me onto that spot. And then I'm stuck there. I cannot move off that spot until the Tomekeeper captures me. So, but no, I like the mechanics. I think it is neat. I was afraid like, oh man, just reading through the rules and stuff, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this, because I don't think I saw from reading the example what kind of strategy it took. And I was thinking it was going to be more difficult than it kind of was. So that is with the difficulty. What do you think of the difficulty?
I don't think it's difficult, but it is interesting. I mean, it is still thinky and challenging.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's...
So if we put it on par, because again, your abstract strategy is Santorini. If we put it in comparison to Santorini for the difficulty
Well, I
level,
think that because here you can do more things, although you don't have to do all your movements, maybe this one is a little bit
heavier. Yeah, because of the power-ups.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where you were kind of, where some of your struggle was figuring out the power-ups.
Saying, like pairing them or comboing in them.
Well, and same thing is, this is the one thing, that the time for this game is not the time it takes you to move things.
No,
it's the time it takes you to think up the strategy, because not only do you need to think up the strategy while your opponent's doing things, you then need to counter to what your opponent just did. Which then impacts what you did your previous turn, because your upgrades are based on what you think you want to do the next turn. So that, I think, plays a factor too. It's like, well, what do I upgrade? I need to know what to upgrade. Well, I don't know what to upgrade because I don't know what you're going to do. So it's kind of a, you don't know what to do. So I think that's where the difficulty comes in. One thing they mentioned to make it easier on your first play is not to play with the legendary abilities, but it's a live stream, so we played with the legendary abilities. I don't know that would have impacted anything other than giving us one extra book.
Yeah.
That we wouldn't have spent, because technically you get this book at the start. You get your legendary at the beginning anyways. So technically the only difference is when we refilled from a tome, we wouldn't have filled in our legendary spot. So anything else in difficulty?
No, I mean just this. How to get
Yeah, how
to
do you
that?
get to 10? Yeah, I mean, I think that's the difficulty, is getting it to 10. Learning that strategy of how to accomplish that. Fun at 2. It is a 2-player game. It is meant to be played at other player counts. I think it's supposed to be a 2-player game. I think abstract strategy style games like this, it's meant to be 2-player. It's like chess, right? Checkers. It's out thinking your opponent.
Yeah, but we said Santorini can be played with more, right?
Same, but I wouldn't want to.
No, I would not want to either.
I don't want
But
somebody
this
else.
one is up to 2, like it says.
This one's 2, 3, or 4. You can go up to 4,
okay, same.
and then there is a. If you're playing it, I think it's some of the other player counts. You share your characters, but with the Kickstarter, they threw in a second board, and there is what's called Blitz mode. Solo. Oh, there's also a solo mode. Blitz mode. So Blitz mode. You can have 2-player Blitz mode, 1 library board, and then you have 2. You have 2 Tomekeepers.
2 minutes to take your turn.
And there's a time limit. The major challenge is player elimination. So once your character's gone, it's gone. And you only have 2 minutes to take your turn. Then 4-player, if you own the Headmaster box, you can play 4-player Blitz by playing 2 library boards next to each other, and then everybody controls their own characters. So Blitz is basically it's player elimination, right? So it's player elimination instead of points. So it's kind of like a deathmatch, last man standing strategy game. Is trying to get your person caught so that way they don't die. Which I guess is still points technically, because I'd get 3 points before you get 3 points.
Yeah.
Right. But no, I think it's fun too. I think that's the way it's meant to be played. Last thing is the theme. So Audrey mentioned earlier. That's, again, the first thing that draws me in. I didn't even know what the game was. I saw the cute art. I don't even know if I knew technically who Ivy Studios was, because it was when we were first getting into board games. That's how long ago this was on crowdfunding. So I saw the art, and I thought it was cute, and I was like, oh, it's not scary horror stuff.
See.
So I figured, okay, Audrey would like this, and then I was like, oh, it's abstract strategy. Audrey likes that. So of course I backed the game. So what do you think of the theme?
I love the team.
Love the team? Well, we didn't play team mode.
Like it's thematic first. I mean, I like the theme because again they are cute. See, but I like the theme.
The theme with the characters.
Library.
And they're in a school, and they're it's like they're in a high school, or
they hide behind
the bookshelves. And in the characters, so like you're like, well, you could do anything. You could put kids. You could just put an angry librarian. But the powers that they give them is thematic.
It's thematic. Like the witches can do things.
Can do spells. My guys are big brutes, so they just knock things down and knock people over. And I think all of them are very similar. Like the ghost can pass through walls.
How many are there?
There are, in the core box, there's vampires, Frankenstein's monsters, zombies, and wizards. And then the expansions were witches, trolls, and ghosts. And the ghosts are glow in the dark, but they're painted now, so they're no longer glow in the dark. So yeah, and that's another thing. We played our first game with the expansion characters. I don't know if there is, and this kind of goes back to difficult. I don't know if there's a difficulty curve between the different factions. There's no like, this kind of goes back towards components. There's no like star difficulty level on them. So like if it's your first game and you know how to play against somebody who, or it's your second, third game, you know how to play against somebody who it's their first game, they don't know how to play. It doesn't say, oh, don't use these factions. I imagine somebody's going to put it on BGG, but that would have been something nice in the rule book that they gave them a skull score, right? A 1, a 2, or a 3 skulls or something to know
It's different, yes.
how difficult they are. Because we may have played with difficult characters. It might have been why we weren't able to do as
To
much.
get to 10.
Don't
yes.
know. But that is Mythic Mischief. It is up on Kickstarter. If you want to back, well, the game, they've got the core game, but then they also have the 4 new characters or 4 new classes, factions. They also, if you got the regular retail edition of the game, there is a bundle where you can get the a box to put the expansion characters in it. And then there's also a play mat. And I'm kind of disappointed in that. The playmat will only fit in that new box, so it won't fit in our box.
Oh.
Which I guess technically, then if you just put the new expansion characters in the new old box with the mat, I don't know. I don't think somebody's got to have mentioned it in the comments. I imagine they're thinking about it. They also have a wood board. They're gonna make. There's a wood version of this board, so that way you can have a nice wood board, I guess, on your dining room table. Either way, you can go check that out on Kickstarter. Don't know how long it's going to be. If you want to watch more content like this, what do they need to do?
Subscribe. Activate
Notifications.
notifications. Comment and let us know
What you'd like to
wanna
see us play.
watch. Yes.
What you know. And most
Follow
importantly,
us. No.
oh yeah, follow us on
Follow
social
us on
media.
social media.
Oh, yes.
And donate para los niños y Extra Life.
That's the most important.
That's the most important.
Most importantly, Extra Life links down below. We are close to 1,000, which we will be doing a big giveaway then. But we are trying to get to that $2,000 goal that we have, well, every year until we get that $2,000 goal. Until next time, guys.
Adios.
Peace.